Chef and co-owner of Brisbane restaurant Marlowe, Ollie, is joining me today. We're going to be cooking something that's true to Ollie's heart, the English heart.
That's it.
A Scotch egg. And it's actually, there are a few critical points when making a Scotch egg.
It is. It's about the timing and the weight to get that perfect kind of runny yolk that we're after.
There's nothing worse than going to a pub and ordering the Scotch egg and the egg is overcooked inside. It has to be like perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gooey in the centre, perfectly set. And it all starts with the delicious mince that goes around it.
It does.
Yum.
So it's a slight change on the traditional Scotch egg. We're going to make a chorizo style. So it's going to be spicy, it's going to be quite sweet as well, and we're going to pair it with a beautiful caper and raisin chutney as well.
I'm really looking forward to this chutney, the combination of sweet and salty, perfection.
So pork mince, and then we're just going to add our spices in.
Sure.
So smoked paprika, sweet paprika, cumin, coriander, black pepper, and a little bit of chilli. Seems like quite a lot, but you want that spice.
Great.
A little bit of sugar for sweetness and balance, salt, and then a little bit of acid is some vinegar. So this goes in.
Is that sherry vinegar, that one?
It is, a little bit of sherry vinegar.
Great.
Whilst we're doing this, are you all right just to mince 3 garlic cloves, please?
Yes, chef.
So just to bind this together, we're going to add 1 egg and a little bit of panko breadcrumbs. Just because pork is quite a fatty kind of meat, it's going to leak a little bit, so you want that breadcrumb just to help kind of bind everything together.
Okay, and lots of garlic.
Yeah.
I love the idea of making it into a chorizo style one with smoked paprika and the pork with the garlic. Such a great combo.
And then just a tiny bit of fresh coriander.
Okay.
Just for that beautiful, like, herbaceous notes.
Yep, beautiful.
So you don't have to be too fancy with this.
How long have you been in Australia for?
About 15, 16 years now.
A long time.
But yeah, a Scotch egg and the English kind of pub classics, they never go.
They never get old at all. And if you wanted to, could you change up the mince, or you kind of want pork to keep it really moist?
You kind of want the pork, as I said earlier, because it has that kind of that high fat content. It's going to make everything a little bit more moist. But you know, I have done this with seafood before.
Right.
You can kind of, you know, you can do whatever you want, and then just get messy, get your hands in there.
I'll let you do that.
So just kind of mix it all together.
Oh, it smells fantastic with all those spices.
So what I might get you to do is just to make the chutney part.
Okay.
So it's capers, raisins, sugar, vinegar, a little bit of water, and you just kind of boil that together.
Okay, it's a lot of capers. I like that.
Well, it's that beautiful balance between sweet and kind of acidic and sour, and that's what you want to cut through some of the spices that are in the Scotch egg.
And again, using some sherry vinegar for this, And what's this over here? Is that the caper juice, is it?
It is, yeah. So we don't like to waste anything. The caper juice, it has heaps of flavour. It's that beautiful brine, so that goes in there as well.
The whole lot?
The whole lot.
Great. And how long do we boil that for?
Roughly about 5 minutes. You get a sense of when the raisins have kind of plumped up a little bit, and then that's the time to blend.
Great.
We've got some cornflakes here. It just adds like an extra layer of crunch. If you can just crush them into the breadcrumbs, please.
Now, I want to talk about eggs. Really important, right?
Yeah.
To get the cooking of the eggs to perfection.
Yes.
So set egg whites. How long have you been cooking those for?
5.5 minutes of boiling water. Then straight into ice water just to kind of stop the cooking.
Yeah.
Then you can put the eggs in a little bit of vinegar, and that helps to remove the shell.
Right, great tip.
So you just want to kind of like encase the egg just in the mince.
Yep.
90 grams is kind of the perfect amount to get that good shape.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll just do one more.
In the restaurants, you would do this ahead of time.
Absolutely.
In fact, it's probably better if you do them ahead of time because it'll sort of firm up a bit.
And then it sets a little bit.
So I just want to watch you how you do this. So right in the middle there, folding it over.
And then just encase it around. And you want to be gentle because the eggs have only been cooked for 5.5 minutes, so they're still very soft in the middle.
Yeah.
And we do that because, obviously, we want the nice soft yolk when we cook, which is an additional cook. So you want to kind of slightly undercook these. So therefore, when it's cooking again, it's perfect.
Yeah, and we are going to deep fry these. So after we've finished collaging this one, completely covering it, we're going to put it in some flour, an egg wash, and then this beautiful crumb before frying until it's golden.
Cool. So these have had 5 minutes.
Yep.
Beautiful golden brown. So now you just want to drain them on a little bit of kitchen parchment paper or parchment paper to get some of the excess fat off. So now it's really important just to rest it for at least a minute, just so therefore it kind of cools down a little bit, and it's still cooking at this stage.
Yes.
So this is still part of like the initial cook stage as well.
Right.
Our chutney is ready to blend.
Okay. It's cooled down just slightly.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yep.
So just straight in here.
Liquid and all for it. I guess you can see with all those bits there, it's going to thicken up nicely. Thank you.
And then just churn it so it's like a smooth kind of chutney.
Great.
So that's had long enough, and it's a beautiful kind of smooth puree, smooth kind of sauce. We just want to have a nice kind of couple of tablespoons on the bottom, just so when we put the egg on top, it's kind of sitting in that beautiful sauce. And now the moment of truth.
I'll let you do the honours.
Hopefully. A serrated knife just to cut through.
Oh, perfection.
There you go.
They look great.
So then just straight on top.
Yeah, it has to be
Beautiful
gooey.
gooey yolk.
Yeah, it has to be gooey, right?
Yeah.
Yum. I just love the simplicity of the dish. Shall we have a taste?
Absolutely.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. I want to get into that sauce too.
Yeah, because the spice hopefully kind of is counteracted by some of the sauce.
Wow. The flavours are amazing. I'm not buying chorizo anymore. I'm just going to make it the way you've done it. Loads of spice in there. That chutney, you need to jar it and make a business because it's so good. It's the capers and the sultanas. It just works so nicely with that beautiful chorizo meat. Thank you so much. I love it.
Thank you.